don't hire this DJ unless you want to have a spectacular event with his services. He is very, very good. He's top notch, top of the line. I've seen his performance various times. I've heard him on the air. I've seen him on stage, and the kind of stuff this guy does is amazing. So stick around if you want to understand what makes this DJ stand out above the rest of the DJs.
Episodio con DJ Angelo, Carambadas, Señor Víctor, Señorita Anya, action.
DJ Angelo, an exceptionally talented Latino who has lots to share with us today. He is one of Richmond's hottest DJs who is passionate about his craft and unstoppable in all of his pursuits. Thank you, DJ Angelo, for being with us today and sharing your story.
If you want to do a festival, a concert, I can do backline. I do sound engineering for concerts. I'm also a performer, so I can entertain a crowd too, being a DJ, an MC, host, radio host. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff inside the music business, if you'd like to say. I'm also a producer, so I'm taking that project right now as a main focus. I'm producing again. I'm starting to produce several artists here in Richmond area, local artists. So right now, that's where my focus is going right now.
So artists as in a specific genre?
No, not specific genre, but more urban music, hip hop, R&B, reggaeton, Latin urban music. So yeah, pretty much a little bit of everything.
That's exciting. So we have to start from the beginning. Tell us about your experience growing up. You're Venezuelan.
Yeah, I'm from Venezuela. I'm from Caracas, Venezuela. My experience growing up over there, well, it's a little bit hard. It's a third world country. It's having a lot of problems even before I was born. So, but thank God I was lucky. I was lucky to have a family that took care of me. They loved me. My mom, my dad, my sisters, my grandparents. So yeah, I grew up in a very familiar nucleus, if you say. So thank God everything was good.
That's great. So
yeah.
How does DJ Angelo end up in the Mid-Atlantic? How'd you end up in Virginia?
Right. I ask myself that question every day. But no, the first to get here was my sister. She was like the first one to get here. And after she got here, it was pretty much one after the other. I came here, then my other sister, and now thank God I'm here with all my family. So it's been a process. But I love Virginia. Richmond is amazing, to be honest. I love it.
That's great.
It's a calm city. It's very different from what I'm come from. That is all like crazy. So nah.
I used to listen to your radio show. You had a radio show here.
Correct.
In the local Latin radio.
In the Latin radio here in Richmond, Virginia, Ultra Radio Richmond, que le mando saludos, say hi to him. Demetrio Flores, he was my boss and one of my mentors there. So I had an amazing time there. It helped me a lot to grow my career aspect, like being a personality, because sometimes it's very different to be just the guy playing music, and when you're in the radio now you're not just playing music, because now music is now like on a second subject, because now the main subject is gonna be you entertaining a crowd that is on the other side of the radio listening to you. So it definitely helped me a lot to improve that skill set of my whole portfolio, if you say so.
Fantastic. Yeah. And you had a very diverse genre selection.
Oh yeah, yes. I love music. So and I used to work in a radio too back in my country in Venezuela. That's my main school, and I have that radio culture of pleasing the listeners. Some other DJs might be like, no, I don't take requests, and I'm like, yo, I love requests. Tell me what you want to listen, because that way I can get to know you more.
I can vouch for that. I called in one night and I asked for a song from back in my days, Espíritu Libre.
Oh, I love that song. That was the first time that I heard that song,
really?
and I ended up loving it. Yeah,
Yeah.
The rock song, old Salvadorian.
Yeah, Salvadoran band.
Yes, I remember.
And I was
Espíritu
surprised.
Libre.
Yeah, I was surprised that one you were able to find it.
Yes.
But two that you played the whole song. It stuck around. And
I like it. It was like a whole old rock. I like it. It was like sounded like Bee Gees. You know what I mean? Like kind of like that style.
I definitely let my hair down and I'd rock to it once you played it on the air.
I like that.
So it was a very, very exciting trip home, coming home from work and listening to your show and listening to all the
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Today's episode is brought to you by Lee's Hill Catering. If you have a business event, a wedding, any kind of formal event, any size, reach out to them for a quote. They're amazing. Wonderful food, great staff. Lee's Hill Catering. Reach out to them.
Did you, when you first came here, was there an initial culture shock? Was
Oh
there
yes,
something
definitely.
that stood out?
Definitely. First, the feeling that I was inside a movie.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, you grew up in Latin America and you grew up pretty much watching all the movies, and you see, you know, Washington D.C., you see the White House on the TV, and you see the Empire State on New York, and you see Manhattan, and you come here and then you see like, oh, it's actually like that, but now I'm in it, and you have to like, oh no, I'm not inside the TV, like this is the real life. So first was that, and then the cultural shock of knowing other Latin people, because that I didn't go through that in my country too. Like in my country we have immigrants, but they were more European immigrants.
Okay.
Like, well, my grandfather was from Italy, so he immigrated to Venezuela. But like meeting Salvadorian people, Honduran people, Mexican people, that was like new to me too, and finding about their cultures, what they eat, the way they talk, how I communicate with these people without them getting angry with me, because sometimes you might say something that for them that's maybe offensive, but I'm not trying to offend you, you know, I'm just the way I talk. So definitely it was that, like working with a lot of Mexicans, and I'm from the Caribbean, so we say papi a lot. So maybe I was, you know, talking to a Mexican, I'm like, yo, papi is this, and then he was like, no me llames papi, tate. And I go, yo, chill, yo. I didn't mean it like that. I'm straight.
Took it the wrong way.
But no, yeah, definitely that. The cultural shock, it definitely hits you. It took me a good amount of 2 years to like finally, okay, like now I feel like I belong somehow, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
How many phone numbers did you collect by calling guys papi? I'm kidding.
There was a few there, you know.
Oh my goodness.
So while she's looking at the next question, you mentioned comedy earlier.
Yeah, I love comedy.
Yeah, well, who are your favorite comedians nowadays?
Definitely Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is my top.
We saw him. We went and saw him.
You saw him like live? Oh my
yeah.
God, that's one of my dreams.
Well, I've seen him. Well, first time I saw him was in Starbucks.
Oh my God,
in
that's one of my
Manassas,
dreams.
and I'm looking at him like, is that Dave Chappelle? And this is when he was really tiny little guy. This is a long time ago.
Oh yeah, with the Chappelle show that time.
During that
Telling
time.
her she should have walked up to him and asked him, what did the five fingers say to the face? I'm sure he gets that a lot.
No, yeah, definitely Dave Chappelle. And I got on my mind a lot of, I got a stick in my mind, Chris Rock, the Kill the Messenger special, because I remember that was like the first comedy special that I saw on HBO. I was like
old enough finally.
Yeah, like 8, 9, 10 years old maybe. And I understood everything that he was saying, and I'm like, oh, this is another level of comedy. And I remember that the special was taped in 3 different places, like Australia, New York, and Boston, something like that. And it was like sets of the 3. You saw Chris Rock with a different suit, but the jokes and the routine were the same. So like from a filmmaking perspective, it was also like interesting to me. Like he's saying the same thing, and why he's appearing with different code, like, and then I understood, like, oh, years later, I'm like, of course, it was taped in 3 different places.
So probably the same stand-up.
The same routine. Same routine.
Feeds
tape in 3 different places. The Apollo in New York, the Apollo 30,
okay.
One in Sydney in Australia. I still remember because that's stuck on my mind.
Where does your love for music or DJing, where did that stem from?
Wow, maybe love for music, that's probably my mom's and my dad's fault, because they always told me that even when I was like in my mom's belly, they used to put me like Mozart and classical music. But when I finally start like having awareness of the life, I remember that I was like 6-7 years old, and I listen some type of music, and I'm like, yo, what is this? And it started from there. Then when I was 8, I was starting to remember, oh, this music is this artist, and this music is called like this, and this is salsa, and this is reggaeton, and this is rap, and this is this. And I fall in love with it. And thanks to music, I learned how to speak English. Thanks to 50 Cent, yeah. Thanks to 50 Cent, thanks to In the Club, yeah. It's your birthday, oh, es tu cumpleaños.
So what is your favorite type of music, and why is it cumbia from Los Hermanos Flores?
Yo, yo descubrí, I found out about the Hermanos Flores here in United States. I didn't know about that music, and I'm like, okay. 17 años. I like it.
Because you saw them, you were managing the stage.
Yeah, I've done concerts for them.
Here,
full circle. Yeah, I've done concerts for Backline and being a sound tech for Hermanos Flores, la Orquesta San Vicente de El Salvador. Se me escapa el que estuvo en el Festival Salvadoreño. ¿Cómo que se llama? Marito Rivera. Yeah, Marito Rivera.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Thank God. But no, my favorite type of music, definitely rap, but from my country, like Spanish, Venezuelan rap. I grew up listening to it. Definitely hip hop from here, from the 2000s. 50 Cent was my favorite rapper for a very long time. I learned how to speak English thanks to him, me translating his songs. That's how I catch a few words, and that's how, when I was a teenager, I was already able to have a conversation with somebody in English.
Wow,
and when I got here,
50 Cent.
Yeah, thanks to 50
So
Cent.
it was good English.
Yeah.
Rap English.
Yeah. It helped me a lot to understand a lot of people here.
No, but that's crazy. It's crazy. I've never heard that somebody from one artist has got so much value.
Yes. And the one and only time that 50 Cent went to Venezuela to give a concert, I even went. I remember I was like 11 years old. I went with my sister. My sister was old enough, and she took me there only to see 50 Cent. And I remember that at that concert, it was like a big festival. I saw Daddy Yankee, I saw Romeo Santos, I saw Wisin y Yandel, I saw Don Omar, I saw all the big major reggaeton artists, and I was falling asleep. Until I listened the little quarter, the quarter like in the table, that was 50 Cent intro. And I'm like, 50 Cent. And I climb over my brother-in-law at the time bag, and I'm like, 50 Cent, yep, it's your birthday.
So
I still remember.
What do they call 50 Cent in Venezuela?
50 Cent.
Oh, they don't translate it?
No, they don't translate it. No. Medio dólar no existe. 50
centavos. That's great. You mentioned Venezuelan rap. Who are the top artists that we need to look up?
Well, the most popular, he's now deceased, he's dead, is Cancerbero. Probably you heard that name, probably not, I don't know. Cancerbero, he's like the most mainstream. But, to be honest, for a very long time, like in all Latin America and South America, the word is that in Venezuela is the best nest for rappers. For a very long time, from like the 98 to 2015 when Cancerbero died.
Wow.
Something like that. So pretty much whole Latin America, the top rappers are from Venezuela. So I can say a lot right now, like a lot. There's a lot of rappers, But right now, like that, the hip hop culture in Latin America and South America is growing so fast and a lot. That right now we have countries like Chile, Argentina, like they have their own movement, they have their own business, like their own, how you say, ¿cómo se dice? No es compañía. They have their own industry. Okay. That's the word I'm looking for. They have their own industry. They have their own music industry, and unfortunately for my country, for Venezuela, given the situation with the government and all that, all that like it's been falling behind because we don't have no industry at all. Like it was barely until last year, like the last semester of the last year, that we finally got one Spotify office.
Wow.
So barely until last year, finally we got Spotify in Venezuela. So it's like the music industry is not growing. It's very difficult, but that's politics.
A lot of hidden talent.
And a lot of talent that is not being discovered because of that. And unfortunately, like myself, millions have to immigrate. So
yeah, well, we're lucky to have you here.
Thank God.
Get your talent up here. God. So where do you find this music? If I wanted to listen to some
YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, yeah. Well, that's the good part when you get out of that situation and you get to know like a little bit of, like, for example, when I got here and I'm like, okay, I can do this, I can do that. When you're in a country like that with a dictatorship, you feel like you're stuck in a dome. And there's not much opportunities or ways to go, or you feel like trapped and you feel like I can't do this, I can do that. And when you go out and you're like, okay, now I can have Spotify, I can have Apple Music, I can have a bank account in currency of dollars or another currency. If you're in Europe, you can have euros, whatever. In Venezuela, being inside Venezuela, no, you can't have that.
All these liberties we take for granted.
Exactly. That's why sometimes you have to go and get to know the world, because it's another world out there.
Crazy. Do you see yourself going back?
I would love to, yeah, but hopefully with millions.
Enough to throw in the air.
Yeah, please, yeah, and help people. I would love to go and help people, but things gotta go. A lot of things have to get fixed, because
a lot of planets have to align.
Yeah.
Do you have friends and family there that you want to
send
still shout outs to?
No, everybody. Yeah, my abuela, todo, mi primo, everybody over there. Friends also that I have there, but now everybody's just spread. Now I can say that I have friends all over the world, because literally I have friends in Europe, Asia, Australia, places that I'm like, what you doing in Czech Republic? Okay. Well, I don't know how I got here, but I'm here. I'm like, okay. I got to Richmond. Why you couldn't go to Czech Republic?
Sounds like you left and that party died. So everybody just scrambled.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, sometimes it's sad because I call, like, for example, one of my friends that I grew up with, I call him my brother, one of my brothers, Roman. Saludo para Roman. Like, he's in Venezuela right now. He went to Venezuela and he told me, like, no, like the street where we used to hang out, that we used to be like 20 kids, everybody with bicycles, playing soccer, playing whatever. Lonely, like, oh my God, that shit, it's depressing. It's depressing because it's very difficult to see that you have to go through that just because people are being greedy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's...
Any politicians you want to call out? Okay. Get more questions on. We'll get this guy in trouble.
I'm gonna get canceled.
Tell us about your greatest DJ opportunity that you've had so far in your career.
Wow. I don't know about if I have to say about opportunity, I don't know, because I feel like I have so much to give that I don't feel that I'm there yet. You know what I mean? Like, I have a long road ahead that I still need to get on it. So what I can say is that I'm just like, I'm very happy that I'm glad that I'm able to do what I love and make a living out of it. That is like my biggest opportunity, just to do something that I love. Okay. That I don't see it like, oh, I got to play at this club or at this venue, or thank God I had the chance to play in front of a lot of people. And yes, that's a big accomplishment, but to me, just the fact that I'm doing this and making a living out of it and paying my bills thanks to that, that's all. That's enough for me.
It's a wise perspective.
Yes.
As a DJ here in Richmond, is there a certain genre of music now that you appreciate? Because you said here there's such a blend of cultures.
Yes.
Is there a genre now that you like more, or you've been exposed to that you like now?
Yes, honestly, all the genres that I discover, I learn how to love them. Even with music, like with Mexican music, for example, because when I got here, the only thing I knew was rap, reggaeton, and salsa. A lot of salsa. I grew up listening to salsa all my life, and merengue, of course, but more salsa. And right here, you go to the club, and it's not even one salsa song all night. It's all Selena, Hermano Flore. And I'm like, okay, what is this? I have to learn all that. And you know, I start to love all those genres, like cumbia. I like norteñas now for some reason. I like norteña. I like corridos. They're good. Like you listen to them, like, yo, it's nice lyrics here, bro. Like, okay, I like it. So yeah, I learned how to love every genre that I discovered here. Going from even Punta de Honduras, I discovered a lot of music that I didn't even know. Can you believe that I got here to United States and I didn't know who Selena was, for example?
It's hard to believe. It's
hard to believe, right? And even me being a DJ.
Yeah, that's crazy. Who is Selena, by the way? No, that's crazy because that's culture. Growing up in the States.
Selena is the one that sings
Selena Gomez.
La negrita que tiene tumbado.
That's not Celia. Not Selena Gomez. We're talking about Salinas. Yeah, that's crazy because I was a teenager when she passed.
Was it 95?
Yeah,
95.
I remember.
March 31st.
I think we were in the choir. I remember being in the choir. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. You didn't know Selena. That's crazy.
I didn't know about Selena. I didn't know about
the movie.
Como una flor. No, I didn't watch the movie. I didn't know that J-Lo was Selena, and now everything makes sense.
But 50 Cent, you knew.
Exactly. That's crazy,
awesome.
right?
That's awesome. Did you know Chappelle in Venezuela?
No. I discovered Chappelle. No, I discovered Chappelle with Chappelle's show in Venezuela, yes. But like, I see it, but I didn't understand who he was until I got here and I watched the Netflix special and I fell in love with him. I'm like, no, this is definitely my favorite comic, period. He's a genius. The way that he makes you think,
He's brilliant.
It's not just goofing around. He's doing comedy, really good comedy, but also like giving you stuff to think, you know, like, okay, we have to think a lot.
His jokes are well crafted.
Exactly.
He'll bring you in and then he'll hit you from the side.
Yeah, you don't even see it coming. You don't see it coming. Unbelievable.
Yeah. From Venezuela, you miss food. Where is the best place in Virginia or in Richmond that has the best Venezuelan food?
Ooh, I recommend all of them to be honest, because, for example, like there's Chamos Arepa House.
We've been there. It's good.
It's really good. It's really good. They have their own, but I believe because like Venezuela has their own, like, I'm from the capital, you know, I'm from like the center of the country. I believe that Chamos Arepa House, like they're from Maracaibo, I believe, something like that. So they're like from another region of the country. But also Sky. I love Sky food. Have you tried Sky food?
No.
On Hall Street?
No.
I recommend
That's
it.
our next stop.
Yeah.
Maybe
Las
after
empanadas, pequeños.
You think they're still open? Check them out after this.
Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Empanadas, pequeños, yeah. Sky food is real good. And I remember one that used to be on Hopkins. Bocata. You remember that one?
No.
Bocata restaurant. I believe they're right now on Henrico. I haven't been there in a while, but when they were in the Hopkins area, I used to go there like every time. They're really good. But that time, chamos didn't exist. I'm talking like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that.
Somebody who's coming here for the first time, starting from, I wouldn't say from zero, but starting at a new country, and they want to pursue their dreams, what words do you have for them or advice?
I'll answer that for him. Listen to 50 Cent.
Go.
All right. Now, part two. Yeah, now the real answer. Yeah, I mean, that's how you learn English.
I like that.
It's a business idea for 50 cents.
It
You should
is.
come up with this English
right?
program.
Today's show is sponsored by 50 Cent.
Yeah.
You should open like a English school or
Yeah,
something back in my country.
There you go.
I'll help you,
50
50. I'll help you.
barreras. I like it.
Nice.
I like that. No, but for answering your question, the first thing I will definitely say, try to adapt fast as possible, because if you don't adapt, you're gonna be fighting against something that you can't fight because you're already here. So if you came here, you have to deal with it and adapt as soon as you can. You can't be fighting with the whole system that is on your surrounding, because you're not gonna win that fight. You have to adapt and go with the flow. And once you adapt, okay, what do I really want? Because I love music, but when I got here, I have to retire from music for like 2 years, something like that. I have to totally forget about music, forget about DJing. Nobody cares that you were a DJ on a big radio on Venezuela, because my job in my country was really good. I was working on the biggest circuit of FMs and AMs in the whole country. Like, we're talking hundreds of radio stations across country. The circuit that I used to work had 8 radio stations. Of those 8 radio stations, there were 2 AMs and 6 FMs. Of the 6 FMs, 3 of them were on the top 5 of most listened radio stations in the whole country.
Wow.
So it was a really big shot, and a lot of people were listening to me, and I was getting a name. But when I got here, I'm like, nobody cares about that. You know what I mean? Like, who cares that you were this and this and that on your country? Here.
Carambadas cares.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
thank God, yeah. I still got the chamos gorra.
Yeah,
I forgot to bring it today. I forgot when I was on the way. I'm like, should have brought the chamos, but now I still have
next
it.
interview, next one.
No, I still have it, and I love it.
Leave a comment. Let us know if you think he should start a podcast. I think he should.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Say yes.
That's something that's been on my mind too, and I'll try. Like, we even shot with my partners. Shout out to Sergio Martinez, Sunshine Studio, Studio Warner DJs, DJ Willie Cruz también, because the episodes that we shot, they're locked away. Nobody's gonna see that. I have it pretty much saved in my vault. But we record those episodes on Willie's studios. He was helping us out, but he had to give the studio to. He had to do something with the studio, and we couldn't record it anymore. So I had to stop that project. But yeah, having a podcast is definitely something that has been on my mind. Like, why not? But like we were talking earlier, we can't have our hands in everything. Yeah, it's hard. I'm already focusing on my production projects. I also have to. I can't be slacking on my DJ career, because that's my main project. You know,
Bread and butter.
That's my bread and butter, correct? That's the one who's paying the bills. DJ Angelo, the brand DJ Angelo, is the one paying the bills. The other things are projects that I hope to grow also on that level, but it's step by step. And adding projects is sometimes it's not helpful. It's gonna be more heavy on your more weight on your shoulders.
Thanks for sticking around. I promised you guys that we'd let you know what makes him stand out above all the other DJs.
Yes.
So you got a question for him?
Yes. So what sets you apart from every other DJ around? Is there a signature sound, something special that sets you apart?
Wow, that's a very good one, because I don't see myself that I have something different, because the way I see art is like art is already different for each individual. So my art, you're not gonna perceive it the same as maybe somebody else perceive it, and maybe nobody is gonna understand how to perceive my art the way I perceive it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it's just being yourself and be the more natural possible, but the more natural possible way that you can be, because if you're faking it, if you can notice when something is fake.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I have something that I say, or something that I do, or maybe it's the way I dance, or maybe it's the way I play, or maybe it's the music I play, but all I know is that everything I do, only DJ Angelo is gonna do it. And there's a reason that maybe why that people like it, you know. There's a reason for it. I don't know which one is it. I don't know if this is my accent, my very bad English.
Not at all.
I don't know if
Very
it's that.
good. Very good
Yes.
English.
Como diría Celia Cruz, my English is not very good looking. But yes, pretty much that, because when I see other DJs, like, I admire the way that they are, you know, like, alright, how he expressing himself playing, because it's a way of art. It's like if you put like a painter and you put it to paint, two painters are not gonna do the same paint, and maybe for you, you're gonna like the paint A more than paint B, but maybe for him, he's gonna like the paint B more than paint A. So it's just a matter of taste.
Exactly.
Art is subjective. It's how you perceive it and how you see it. Now, there's art that goes more popular than others, and there's a reason for it, but nobody has the formula.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I believe that nobody has that formula. You know, like the formula of getting something to go mainstream or go pop. No, that is just something that happens. That's a magic, and that's the magic of art. Like a podcast, for example. You can do a podcast and you can do 1,000 episodes and get only 5 views in each one. And maybe it's gonna be one episode that is gonna go boom. And you're gonna be like, what did I do different? Something you did different, but it's like that. It's art. It's unpredictable. It's unpredictable.
In our cases, we brought DJ Angelo.
Yeah. Hopefully we're gonna get right now to 10,000.
So back to your question, your answer, that was the most politically correct, the kindest, the nicest way to say all the other DJs suck and I'm the best DJ in town. So kudos for a very well crafted answer on that.
I'll try. I've been studying a lot.
Because he's very genuine. I think that's what comes.
No,
from
yes,
a very
because
genuine person, so.
Exactly. It's just I love music. I love playing music, and I love that music sounds good when somebody. But when even if a concert, a nightclub, whatever, if you go into a place and the sounds is awful, you automatically you're gonna be like, this sounds bad, and it's gonna ruin your mood. And if the DJ is not like putting the wrong songs, or I don't know, is doing something wrong, it's gonna ruin your vibe, your whole vibe. And you just wanna go there to have a drink and have a good time, and now everything is going the wrong way. No, so people see this job like it's a very fun job, but I'll take it very seriously, because I have to make sure that you have a good time. You're here to have a good time. I'm here to make sure that happens. You know what I mean? It's my job.
Yep.
Just like a police officer, the job is to make sure that you're okay and nobody steals from you. All right, my job is to you to have a good time when you go grab yourself a drink, or when you're celebrating your wedding, your birthday, or your divorce.
And we can vouch for that. We've been at events where DJ Angelo is performing, whether it be at Tropicabana,
Yes,
or at a festival.
Yeah,
Good times. We can tell he's the one behind the
Thank you.
magic, because there's good audio.
Yes.
The charisma that you run the night with.
Yes, it's about energy. Like, I mean, you can't entertain a crowd if you're gonna be with a frowny face and giving bad attitude to everybody. No, you can't be that person. If you're gonna be that person, stay at home. And, you know, and don't go and entertain 500 people, because you're gonna have 500 people with your same attitude. That's bad.
how do people get a hold of you if they want to reach out to you and hire you for a private event? Do you do private events?
Yeah, no, I do everything. If you want me for your wedding, for your bachelor party, for your divorce party, I do everything, even funerals. Hey, why not?
You put the fun in funeral.
Oh, I like that. That goes straight to my business card.
It's not original.
We put the fun in funeral. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. That's stay. That's stay. Write it down. No, yeah, I do any kinds of events. Mostly the private events. I do private events with Studio One DJs, DJ Willie Cruz. He's the one that gets me more of the private events, corporate events. We do the festivals, and when we have concerts, like I said, I'm not just a DJ. I'm a sound engineer and tech. So we do the back line and the stage for bands, artists, choreographies for special. Maybe theaters or something. They do like some dance or something. So we provide with all that. Anything that you need for your event, we got it. And you can just reach out to me. Como digo que estoy al alcance de una llamada. I'm just, I'm a phone call away. I have all my reaching contacts on my social media. I'm DJ Angelo on Instagram, DJ Angelo RBA on Facebook. Phone number, my link tree with all my links to all my social medias, TikTok, my YouTube page, everything's in there, so you can reach me out, and if the schedule is open, we can talk.
There you go. You can find all of these in the description of the video.
Oh yes, definitely. We're gonna throw the links in there.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Wow, good question. Hopefully, better than I am today. That's what I'm asking for. Just a little bit better than I am today. I don't know where. Hopefully, working with music, working with art, working with something that I love. That's I'm not expecting to be the biggest thing or the biggest brand and if that happens, amen. That's gonna be a blessing. But right now, I'm just focused on work, and enjoy the process. Enjoy the process, the little steps, because sometimes if you think too much ahead and you don't enjoy the process that you took to get the journey. That's the word I was looking for. Yes, thank you. The journey. You don't enjoy the journey. Sometimes you have to enjoy the journey too. Even if you're having a bad time, you have to enjoy it.
Sorry, my mom. I think my mom locked herself out. Hi, Mom.
Buenas noches.
You're fine, Mimi. Let's ask that question again. I'll ask you where do you see yourself in 5 years, and I'll cut that and I want to put that on there. And there was a dog barking. A suegra came home.
But that makes it natural, Papa.
Okay, we'll leave it alone.
Yeah, that makes it natural. People needs to feel relatable too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, tienen perros la gente. No, I like it. That's a good tip. That's a good tip. We'll do that. We'll leave it there.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for sticking around and watching the show. Please like, subscribe, follow DJ Angelo. We're putting his stuff with information on the description.
Yes, sir.
Any last any shout outs to friends?
Hey, shout out to Carambadas. They're doing an amazing job. Like we say, we try to connect. We try to bring all the Latin community here in Richmond, Virginia together, because that's the way of growing everybody. It's good to accomplish things by yourself, but if you have another person or other people supporting and working everybody together with the same objective, it's way better. You're gonna get more farther, you know what I mean? You're gonna get more far. So that's the tip that I can give. Like, I just hope that people think like that more often, because sometimes everything is competition, everything is done, and in this business, that gets in the way a lot. Like in the art world, like, oh no, this DJ, for example, speaking DJ because that's what I am. I'm a DJ. This DJ is better than you, or you're better than this DJ. I'm like, nah, I don't care about that. He's unique in his way. I'm unique in my way, And, you know, he gets his gigs, I get my gigs, and everybody's happy, you know.
There's enough for everyone.
There's enough for everyone.
Yeah, there's plenty to go around.
The cake is pretty big, so everybody can have a piece.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
Thank you very much, for real.
Cool.
Thank you very much for the invite.
Yeah. Thanks for coming by. Thanks, sir.
Señorita Anya, muchísimas gracias.
Thank you.
All right, let's go see if
Algo que quieras repasar.
I hope you hit record.
That was a good rehearsal. Let me go hit record.
Okay.
Don't even say that. You're making me cry.
Now you have to remember everything I said.
Yeah, we're going to New York. Let's go.
Perfect. I like it. ¿Qué tal?
I loved it.
Great.
Were these questions more invasive than your last interview? Somebody's very quiet over there in this corner. Do you have any questions?
No.
Or you want some questions?
Yes,
All right.
please.
You go.
All right.
Great.
Don't choke,
Stop
don't
it. Wrong pipe.
I'm the same. The cold weather.
Yeah. I can ask them a couple more if you want while you
While I'm
regroup
looking,
your.
or what?
You need CPR? Yeah.
My luck.
Position this guitar.